Lantern hollow! Lantern hollow! Come on, follow! Come on, follow! Down below the old oak tree, there's a place for you and me. Fireflies and moonlit streams where the magic fills your dreams. Lantern hollow tales. Lantern hollow tales. Where the stories never end. Every creature is your friend.
Low, inviting. Somewhere between the tallest oak you've ever seen and the smallest wildflower you almost stepped on, there is a hollow. Not on any map, not on any sign. But if you stop, really stop, and listen to the forest breathing, you might just find it. This is Lantern Hollow, and this is episode 5. It was one of those mornings in Lantern Hollow when the air smelled like rain that hadn't arrived yet and the light came through the trees in long golden stripes. The kind of morning, Bramble always thought, that made you want to do something. Run somewhere. Find something. Pip felt exactly the same way, and Pip's idea of doing something was loud.
Full volume. Delighted. Mossy! Mossy! The rules are, okay, new rules. You have to jump the roots, go round the big grey stone twice, tag the birch tree, and then you race back, and whoever gets here first wins the best spot at lunch.
From a slight distance, slightly out of breath. Pip, we've changed the rules 4 times already.
5 times. 5 is much better than 4, Mossy.
Bramble was sitting on the mossy log at the edge of the meadow watching. He wasn't playing. He'd twisted his paw the day before, but he liked watching Pip and Mossy do their chaos. It was almost like weather. You couldn't stop it. You just sort of enjoyed it. And that's when it happened. Pip, mid-leap over the grey stone, misjudged the distance, caught her tail on a low branch, spun sideways and came down directly on the edge of Juniper's garden.
Surprised yelp, then landing sound. Oop. Laughing, slightly dazed. Huh. Okay. That was really something.
Arriving out of breath. Pip, are you...
I'm fine. Totally fine. The rock was just closer than Ooh, the birch tree. I still have to tag it. Go.
And just like that, they were gone. Bramble sat very still on his mossy log. He had seen everything. The little fence Juniper had built. The one she'd spent 3 afternoons painting with mud dye and berry ink. Each post a different colour. One post was snapped clean at the base. The patch of seedlings near the corner had been scattered. The small clay pot Juniper kept her favourite smooth pebbles in was cracked down the middle. It wasn't everything. Most of the garden was fine, but Juniper had worked so hard on it. Bramble had watched her work on it. He knew what this place meant to her.
Very quietly to himself. Oh no.
Bramble looked toward the sound of his friends. He thought, maybe Pip knew. Maybe she'd come back and fix it. She didn't come back. And then Juniper arrived.
Very quietly, almost a whisper. Oh! Confused, sad, barely holding it together. My fence. Who did this?
Bramble's heart did something uncomfortable. It sort of folded in on itself.
Looking around, not seeing anyone. I just fixed this last week.
She didn't cry. But it was the kind of not crying that made everything worse. Bramble sat very, very still. The rest of the morning, Bramble told himself it was fine. It was an accident. Pip hadn't meant it. Nobody had gotten hurt. These things happened. He told himself that at lunchtime.
A bit stiff? Over cheerful? Yeah, sure. Sounds great.
Beaming. Okay, but wait. I have the best idea. We make it 2 floors. Squirrels can totally do 2 floors. Mossy said it's structurally ambitious, whatever that means, but I think it means amazing.
Bramble tried to laugh. The sound came out a little wrong. He told himself it again at afternoon tea when Juniper sat with the group by the brook. But she was quiet. Not her usual dreamy quiet, a different kind. A tight kind. The kind that means something is wrong and you haven't said it yet.
I gently. Juniper, you all right?
A pause, then carefully. Someone did something to my garden. I don't know who. I don't know if it was on purpose or... I just don't know.
Genuinely concerned. What happened?
The fence post! The seedlings! My pebble pot!
Troubled. Oh, that's awful. Who would do that?
Bramble opened his mouth and closed it again.
Too casual, too fast. That's really bad.
That night, Bramble couldn't sleep. He lay in his burrow, staring at the roots in the ceiling. He kept thinking the same loop of thoughts.
Internal, quiet, like thoughts. It was an accident. Pip didn't mean it. It'll get better. Nobody needs to know. Internal. But Juniper was so sad, and she doesn't know why. And Pip doesn't know she did anything. And everyone's just stuck. Internal. I'm not scared. I'm just thinking.
He thought about it all night. The next day was worse. Pip could tell something was off with Juniper, but she didn't know what. So she tried extra hard to be fun and funny, which when Pip tried extra hard meant she was about 3 times louder than normal, which made Juniper's quiet mood feel even more noticeable by comparison.
Was extra enthusiastic. And then the acorn just launched itself. I'm not even kidding, Mossy. It went fully sideways, and it hit the exact middle of the puddle.
Softly, tired. I'm just going to check on my garden.
Quieter, confused. Did I say something wrong?
Gently. I don't think so.
She's been weird with me all day. Did I do something? I feel like I did something, and I don't know what.
Bramble looked at Pip's face. She wasn't being defensive. She wasn't making excuses. She was genuinely confused and a little hurt. And that was the moment Bramble understood something important.
To himself, barely a whisper. I'm not scared. I'm just thinking. Still quiet, but with a decision in it now. Okay, maybe I'm a little scared.
Bramble found Pip at the edge of the stream, skipping stones. She had that restless energy she got when something was bothering her, flicking stones faster than was strictly necessary, watching them sink with more focus than they deserved.
Approaching? Pip?
Not looking up. I found a really good flat one.
Sitting nearby. That's cool. Hey, I need to talk to you about something.
Is it about Juniper?
Surprised. What? Yeah, it is.
Direct, a little worried. Bramble. Tell me. I've been going crazy thinking I accidentally upset her somehow and I don't even know.
You didn't upset her on purpose.
Then what?
Yesterday, when you were playing the game with Mossy, your big jump off the greystone. You came down on the edge of her garden. You didn't see it. You were fine, and you ran off straight away. But the fence post broke and the pebble pot cracked and the seedlings got scattered.
Completely still. I didn't know.
I know you didn't.
Voice getting smaller. I was right there and I didn't even look.
I saw it happen. I was sitting on the mossy log. I saw the whole thing.
And very quietly. Why didn't you say something then?
Because I didn't know how, and then I kept thinking it would sort itself out. But it didn't. It just got louder. Even though nobody was saying anything, it got louder.
A little wobbly. I have to go talk to Juniper.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like it.
Gentle? Probably not.
Very small. Will you come with me?
Yeah, of course.
Arriving, voice low and careful, very unpip-like. Juniper? It was me. I didn't know. I didn't see. I was doing that game with Mossy and I came off the greystone wrong and I landed in your garden and I didn't even realize until just now when Bramble told me. And I'm so sorry. I know you worked really hard on this and it was a terrible thing to do, even if I didn't mean it. And I completely understand if you're angry.
A quiet breath. Then slowly, did you mean to?
No, I promise. I swear on every acorn I've ever found.
Almost to herself. I know you didn't. I think I knew that. I just didn't know who.
and not knowing made it feel bigger than it was. I'm not angry. I was sad and confused. There's a difference.
I'll fix it. The fence post, the pot. Well, I can't uncrack it, but I can find you a better one. I know where there's a whole pile of good clay pots near the old kiln tree.
A small, relieved laugh. One step at a time, Pip.
By evening, Pip and Juniper were side by side at the garden, replanting the scattered seedlings together. Pip had already found a new post, a good one, smooth, and Juniper was letting her paint it, which was notable because Pip painted everything slightly louder than expected.
I'm doing stripes. Is stripes okay? I feel like stripes are very you. Or are you more of a dots person? Wait. I have the best idea. What if we do both? Stripes and dots? Like a stripe with dots inside it?
Warmly amused. If I just wait and see, I think you'll do whatever you want, regardless.
Completely delighted. Exactly. You will really get me.
Bramble sat on a flat rock nearby, watching. He felt something he hadn't felt in 2 days. Easy. Like a knot that had finally stopped being a knot. He didn't notice Elder Oak until the old tree's shadow fell across the rock.
Low, unhurried. The garden looks better.
Looking up, Pip's fixing it.
Watching. She is. And you helped her get here.
I waited too long, though. I should have said something right away.
Perhaps, but you said it. That matters more than when.
I kept telling myself I wasn't scared, but I was.
I know.
Is that bad?
Bramble. There is something the Hollow has taught me over many, many years. Bravery is not when you're not afraid. Bravery is when you are afraid. And you speak anyway. The ones who wait until they're unafraid before they act honestly, they wait a very long time. Often forever. The brave ones are not the ones who feel nothing. They are the ones who feel everything and do the right thing anyway.
Quietly, I kept saying to myself, I'm not scared. I'm just thinking.
Gently, a small warmth in it. And were you thinking?
Yeah, but I was also scared.
Both can be true. Often both are. The Hollow remembers those who finish what they start. Bramble. You started something today. Not when you came to tell Pip, but yesterday, when you chose to see what happened and not look away. That is where it began. Today, you finished it.
Bramble sat with that for a while. It felt different, knowing the hard thing was done. Not lighter exactly, more like solid, like standing on ground that was actually there.
Arriving, warm. Oh, the garden. Pip, is that your painting?
Stripes and dots. Mossy. I invented a new thing.
Admiringly, it's very Pip.
That is the best compliment.
The rest of the evening was the kind that only happens when something difficult has been faced and survived. Louder than usual, a bit more thankful than usual, the way a room feels after a window has been opened. Bramble sat with his friends until the fireflies outnumbered the stars they could see, and when they finally went home, each to their own burrow, den and hollow, he felt something he thought was worth remembering. Speaking the truth isn't always about getting someone in trouble. Sometimes it's about getting everyone out of one, a trouble called silence, a trouble called not knowing. A trouble that grows and grows until someone is finally brave enough to say, I was there, I saw it, let me tell you what happened. What? Bramble lay in his burrow that night and stared at the roots in his ceiling, and for the first time in 2 days, they were just roots. He was still a little scared of hard things. Conspiratorial whisper, next time in Lantern Hollow.
Upset, confused. No. Where is it? It was right here. It's always right here.
Mossy's pine cone collection has been disturbed. Her burrow has been turned upside down, and the thing that is missing isn't just a thing.
Near a whisper. Elder Oak gave that to me. It was the only one.
What did Mossy lose? And what might she find? Episode 6, Mossy's Missing Gift, coming next.
Lantern Hollow Tales, where the stories never end. Every creature is your friend. Lantern Hollow Tales.